Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing great. Um, I'm about shutting down from work so I can start my journey home, and I thought I should just quickly drop a word for someone. Sometimes we actually think that we can earn the love of people, so we try everything within our power. Sometimes we stretch beyond even the things that we are supposed to be doing just to see how we could earn the love of people around us. And we also use the same method when it comes to our dealings with God. We think we have to earn his blessings, we have to earn his protection, we have to earn his provision. And then when you think you're not doing enough, you feel disappointed and you get depressed, and then you just want to back out. But I've got a word for you. Don't. It doesn't really matter where you failed. God can help you pick up the pieces of your life together, and he doesn't really need you to do things for him to love you. He loves you just the way you are. So wherever you think you failed, it doesn't mean you are a failure. You probably just discovered another way of not doing a particular thing. I have been wanting to release my book for like forever, but I have been so gripped with fear that sometimes I felt, who will read my book? Will it be good enough? And all of that. But guess what? All of those negative thoughts were just lies from the pit of hell. There is absolutely no one that has nothing to offer. I'm going to rephrase that. Every single person created on the face of this earth, you have something to offer to your world. Yes. You just have to. The starting point is for you to recognize that you have something. You don't need any man's validation to be loved or to be able to offer your world something. And you don't need to do things for God to love you. He loves you just the way you are. And if you make up your mind and decide, I'm going to start following him, I'm going to start serving him, I'm going to start living by the dictates of his word, it becomes easy for you to receive the love of God without you feeling guilty, thinking, oh, I didn't do enough. That's why, sometimes when you're in a relationship, you're like, oh, maybe she doesn't love me because I'm not doing enough, or maybe he doesn't love me because I'm not doing enough. But I tell you, the love of God is unconditional. You don't have to do stuff for him to love you. He loves you. And you also need to know that you are already blessed. You don't need to pray for the blessing again. You just have to activate the blessing that you already have on your inside. You just have to acknowledge the beautiful things that he has deposited on your inside. You have to overcome that voice that is telling you you are not good enough, because you are enough. You may just be in your raw form and you need to do some work, and that's all. But that does not mean that you don't have something. So don't you let the devil lie to you. Don't you let anybody lie to you, and don't allow you lie to yourself. You are enough, and you have all that is required to matter in your world. My book finally came out. check this out, making a difference. It finally came out, and another one is on the way, and another one will come after that. Why? Because I discovered that I have the deposit of God on my inside. I have the DNA of God on my inside. And you know what the Bible says in Genesis chapter 1, verse 26? When he said, let us create man, in our image and in our likeness. I have the nature of God. I have the character of God. And then in verse 28 of Genesis 1, he said, be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth, and subdue it. It was more of a mandate that was given to us, more like an instruction that was given than a suggestion. So he wasn't just suggesting that if you like, you can be fruitful. So for me, if God says be fruitful, it means the seed is already there. Fruitfulness cannot come where there is no seed. This is why I said in the beginning of this video that you have something already on your inside. There's a deposit of God on your inside. Don't you ever look down on yourself. God will not give you a mandate when he has not equipped you to be able to carry out that mandate, when he has not empowered you to be able to carry out that mandate. And he says, be fruitful. And if he's saying be fruitful, it means you already have the seed that will bring the fruitfulness. So you do what Isaiah 60 verse 1 says, arise and begin to shine. It is not your light that you're going to use and shine. He has provided the light. He gave the seed, he gave the light, and all he's saying, be a vessel, you have the seed, shine the light, and let the world see you in me. So I just thought I should stop by and tell someone, you might need to dust up that vision book and go back to it. You might need to go back to that file in your phone, in your device, your laptop, wherever you kept it, where you wrote the things you thought you would do. It wasn't a wishful thinking. That was God dropping a seed. That was God pointing you in the direction that he wants you to go. So you might want to dust it up and start taking steps. Even if it's going to be baby steps, that's fine. Don't look at other people, don't compare yourself. Just look up to him for the strength, for the wisdom, for direction, and for provision. God will not start out a journey with you and then leave you halfway stranded. I know that. I know it as I know my name. And I know it more than I know myself, that he has integrity. And you can take his word to the bank. You can rest on his word and his promises because he doesn't lie. So what am I saying? Your life matters. Your life is important to God. You owe your generation something. You are loaded even though you cannot see it. All you need to do is ask him to open your eyes to see and acknowledge the beautiful things that he has planted in your life, and then begin to draw from there. There is a well on your inside. Begin to draw from there. It's not coming from outside, it's gonna come from inside. If he gave a mandate and said be fruitful, it means the seed is already planted in you. All right? So I decided to stop by and wish you a happy weekend, and also tell you, see what the Lord has done. My book is out. I mean, it took like forever. It took like forever for this book to come out, but finally it's out. So you can request for your copies. The e-copies will soon be out. The audiobook will be out as well. And so many other materials are coming out. And this is a way of me saying, you can do this too. It may not necessarily be you writing a book. It might be you doing something else. But you've got something that the world needs to hear. And there may be thousands upon thousands doing the same thing, but guess what? You are unique. You are different. You can never be the same with everybody out there. No two fingerprints are the same. Remember that. And don't forget, the seed of greatness lives on your inside. You've got to give it the environment that is required for the fruitfulness to be seen. So have a happy weekend, and I will be coming your way again very soon. And don't you ever forget, you are important to God. You are important to your family, and you are important to your generation. God bless you. Bye for now.